Qatar planned to form powerful multi-club network, Braga to act as feeder club to Manchester United and PSG. According to the Sun newspaper, Qatar has an ambitious plan to create the strongest multi-club network in European football that includes Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain and Sporting Braga. The Red Devils are currently in the process of a possible takeover. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani and Sir Jim Ratcliffe are among the leading candidates to buy the club from Glazers. There is no guarantee that the Glazers will approve a sale, but Sheikh Jassim and Qatar are optimistic they will win the race and are already planning a multi-club network. Qatar Sports Investment currently owns Paris Saint-Germain and also has a minority stake in Braga. They bought a 21% stake in the Portuguese team in October last year. Rising talent from European and South American football could reportedly be sent to Braga to develop before being sold to United and Paris Saint-Germain in a few seasons. Red Bull GmbH have been the major game changers when it comes to multi-club networks in Europe. They currently own Red Bull Salzburg and Leipzig under different entities. Salzburg have acted as the feeder club for Leipzig and have exchanged more than 20 players. Big names include Naby Keita, Marcel Sabitzer, Peter Galaxy, Dayot Upamecano, and Dominik Szoboszlai. Benjamin Sesko from Salzburg is preparing to join Leipzig this summer. Qatar is trying to adopt the same successful formula. Multi-club networks can be more effective as they have the finances to follow the best young talent available. Erik ten Hag has set an early deadline for Manchester United to clinch striker deal. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has set a deadline for the club to sign a top striker deal this summer. The striker was such a key role that United needed a long-term solution. Manchester United need an outstanding striker that the club can build on in the years to come. ESPN reports that Erik ten Hag has set a deadline for a deal. As reported by ESPN, Erik ten Hag is seeking a deal for a top striker ahead of the club's preseason tour of the USA. United announced earlier this month that the team will be heading to the United States in July. It makes a lot of sense for ten Hag to have his striker signed by the tour. It will help the manager to integrate the player into the squad, from both a tactical and team bonding perspective. ESPN had previously reported that concerns Tottenham could drag a deal for Harry Kane out to deadline day in August, could see Manchester United focus efforts elsewhere. It is smart planning from ten Hag to insist on his number one target to be signed in time for the tour. Whether this ends up happening, we will have to see. Manchester United set to go all in for Victor Osimhen. Manchester United are all set to break the bank to acquire the services of 24-year-old Napoli forward Victor Osimhen. Manchester United are poised to make a big splash in the transfer market to sign Victor Osimhen, according to Gazzetta. The 24-year-old Nigerian international is in great form this season, leading the Serie A scoring list with 21 goals in 23 games. Reports indicate that Napoli won't let him leave for less than €150 million for the striker. But with United's financial might and the urgent need for a world-class striker to fill the giant boots of Cristiano Ronaldo, the Red Devils are willing to break the bank for Osimhen. The Dutch boss wants to sign a striker who will bring many goals with him, and right now there is no one better than Osimhen. Erik ten Hag may have to deploy creative solution to Manchester United's deepening midfield crisis. Since taking charge of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag has faced every challenge with faith and imagination. United will return to action following the international break, and it will be no gentle easing back into things. The fixtures will be coming thick and fast, with at least 9 games in April already and a game against Chelsea to rearrange as well. Sabitzer was fighting for Austria during the international break, but Ralf Rangnick admitted that he suffered from knee pain that needed to be treated. Hopefully, this is just a minor issue, but it certainly sounds alarming. Ten Hag may need to get creative if United lose again to Sabitzer before they face Newcastle. The only central midfielders available would be Fred and Scott McTominay, a partnership that has often been clumsy and porous. Chelsea target David Raya open to joining Manchester United. Brentford shot-stopper David Raya is open to a move to Manchester United amid interest from rivals Chelsea. According to a report by Dean Jones via Give Me Sport, Manchester United are interested in the transfer of David Raya. The 27-year-old goalkeeper has been in sensational form lately. Raya came through the ranks of Blackburn Rovers before joining Brentford in the summer of 2019. The Spanish international took part in a total of 150 matches for the English club and did not concede in 51 matches in those fixtures. The 27-year-old goalkeeper did not concede a goal in 9 of his 27 Premier League games this season. Chelsea, meanwhile, is one of the clubs looking to get their services. While Kepa Arrizabalaga and Edouard Mendy have two high-quality goalkeepers, they are still looking for a replacement. Red Devils are currently in negotiations with David De Gea to renew their contract. They want to lower his salary of £375,000 a week. Although Erik ten Hag is eager for De Gea to join the ranks, he still wants to sign Raya. The Dutch boss described Raya as a great option and will press for him in the summer. Anthony Elanga scores first goal in 10 months in Sweden win. Anthony Elanga broke the goal smack by scoring in Sweden's international win against Azerbaijan. The Manchester United youngster came off the bench as Sweden ran up a big 5-0 scoreline. It was Anthony Elanga's first goal for club and country in 10 months after scoring against Norway in the UEFA Nations League match last May. Elanga has not scored for Manchester United since making an away appearance for Atletico Madrid in February 2022. Anthony Elanga did not get much time on the pitch, so he really made it count. He was substituted on in the 87th minute and scored in the 89th, 2 minutes after coming on. The 20-year-old has struggled for game time this season, playing only 675 minutes of football for Manchester United. With United fighting on 3 fronts and playing 9 games in April, Elanga may still have a chance. This goal will help him rediscover his confidence, and it will energize the market for him in the summer, whether it be on a loan or permanent basis. Speaking to Aftonbladet over the weekend, Elanga said he wasn't happy with the lack of game time at Old Trafford. Andy Cole urges Manchester United to forget about Frenkie de Jong. Manchester United legend Andy Cole has urged his former club not to forget Frenkie de Jong and revive his move to sign a contract with the Netherlands national team. De Jong was the subject of intense interest from United last summer, and the club spent more than 100 days convincing the player to join the Reds from Barcelona. Now, speaking ahead of United's return to football this weekend following the end of this month's set of international fixtures, former striker Cole has urged the club to forget about de Jong. From the outside, is Frenkie de Jong a midfielder who can work for Manchester United? No, he's not, so now Manchester United should forget about de Jong, said Cole.